The exterminator is coming for the rats in our attic, but they just called me Mum. Every night, at exactly 1:00 a.m., the scratching began. It always came with stomach pain so sharp I curled into a ball, bile burning the back of my throat. At first, the noise was faint, barely there, but with each passing night it grew louder. I could hear it through the walls, imagining the scurry of tiny claws clambering across the floor. Rats. I nudged my husband, but he only groaned and rolled over. What's that? I hissed. He sighed. They're rats. I told you I'm getting rid of them. Kai's smile was part of the reason I married him, Dimples, a pretentious charm I couldn't resist. He was my high school boyfriend, fiancé, and now husband. His smile used to be bigger, less fake, less plastic, like he wasn't performing. Before I told him I didn't want a family. Kids were too expensive, too messy too. I was running out of excuses. I just didn't want them. The next morning, on the way to the doctor, Kai held my hand. "You'll be okay," he said with a smile. I wasn't expecting the nurse to turn 10 shades pale when she met my eyes. "Mrs. Sunny," she said, helping me sit on the edge of the bed after my scan, "are you sure you haven't given birth?" She pointed to her laptop, where black and white images of my pelvis stuck to the screen. The heaviness and dragging sensation in your pelvis suggest pelvic organ prolapse, which usually occurs when the muscles supporting the uterus are damaged during childbirth. She stood, gently lifting my shirt. "I'm so sorry, Mrs. Sunny, but there are very clear signs of an emergency C-section. In your case, it was done poorly. Something splintered inside me. I've never been pregnant. Lies. I was pregnant at 16. I chose to abort. I didn't want a child." Mrs. Sunny, the nurse's voice, sliced through my thoughts. She leaned close, her shuddering breath in my ear. "I'd suggest looking up the father's first law," she whispered. "It passed quietly about 15 years ago. It gives the father the right to make the choice. The mother is sedated, kept docile while she's prepared to give birth to the father's child. The father can either take over as the main carer or declare the child defective, and an exterminator will come for them." I walked out of the clinic, my legs wobbling, my heart in my throat. Exterminator. When we got home, I went straight to the attic. I strode upstairs. "Honey, what are you doing?" Kai demanded, following me. "They're just rats. I told you the exterminator is coming tomorrow." Ignoring him, I shoved the door open, and there, sitting against the wall, was the scratching, the clawing, the muffling. 2 boys and a girl chained to the wall, filthy, hollow-cheeked, dazed eyes, mouths taped shut. Rats. One of the boys stood, his eyes widening. "Mum, my rats."